Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Really excited to bring you guys this beautiful 2016 Mazda CX5. It's got 107,178 miles on it. It looks and drives like a new car. It does have some imperfections around it and inside of it that wouldn't show up in the photographs, so that's the purpose of this video. That, and of course to test drive it, just to make sure there's no surprises when you guys show up. So first and foremost, of course, if you were looking at it dead on like this, you wouldn't notice, but there are kind of like underneath the bumper here, there's these little, it's like a little crack in the bottom plastic part of the bumper on both sides. Again, you really got to get down and look for them, but we don't like surprises, so just wanted you to know that they're there. There is this little ding right here, and then there was a scuff which has been touched up right here. Things that wouldn't jump out unless, you know, they're pointed out, which again is the purpose of the video. So this side of the car, not much to speak of. Wheels are in excellent shape. They have a little bit of staining from brake dust that's virtually impossible to get out, but I'm gonna try again. Just expect that it'll be there when you arrive. The Uniroyal Tiger Paw tires, which is an awesome tire, by the way. I actually run them on one of my personal vehicles because it's essentially a discontinued Michelin. Michelin makes them. It's one of the old Michelin treads and is very, very smooth and quiet with great traction. Not much to speak of on this side of the car other than, you know, some scratches from fingernails in the door handle. Again, wheels are in great shape. The back, a little bit of discoloration from being touched, you know, consistently here. It's a little bit dull. You know, little scratch right there in the bumper, a little scratch right here. This side has a couple door dings. This one is about the size of, I'd say maybe it's like a tiny little crease, maybe half an inch, and it makes a quarter size reflection, if that makes sense. You could see my hand. This one's maybe the size of a lentil, and you know, makes a shine the size of maybe a nickel, and that one's like a dime. So certainly nothing major to speak of. The inside is pretty much like new. There's these couple marks on the seat which I couldn't get out. I'm gonna try again. Let's just assume that they are here when you see it. I'm gonna try a different laundry soap to try to get those out, but it seems like it might have been something sticky. I don't wanna risk damaging the fabric, but no smells in here. Smells nice and clean. You know, like definitely not smoked in, definitely not pets. Probably not even food. It's very, very clean inside, other than my own dust. Super clean. It's important to note that this car comes from New Hampshire, and in New Hampshire they use sand a lot more than salt, and that's what that discoloration is right there, and you can see it like a little bit on the edges of the carpets. Much better than, you know, for the car and the interior than salt. There's some discoloration and some marks on the headliner, which you know, pretty consistent with an SUV that's been previously enjoyed for 107,000 miles. It's one of those things that, you know, I pointed out because you wouldn't know it unless you look up, and of course we don't want you to do that a week after you buy the car and be disappointed. So pointing that out. A little bit of discoloration in the seat here. I'm going to take a second pass at that, but just in case I can't get it out, know that it's there. These fabrics can be challenging because they don't have any nap. They're flat. So carpets in the back appear like they've never been used. It's got a sunroof, which is awesome, works great. Passenger seat here, we'll get in. Passenger seat is in wonderful shape as well. Passenger floor is in wonderful shape. This car has a lot of tech, so it has like a stability control. Mazda's brand is stability control, which is an IIHS like critical safety item. It stops, they said in 2006, if every car in the US had this, there'd be 10,000 less single car crash fatalities per year, meaning a car that goes off the road or, you know, hits a guardrail or something like that. Blind spot monitoring, which is awesome. So we're gonna start it up. It does have smart key. The key stays in your pocket to unlock the door and to start the car. The key's been in my pocket the whole time. So it's got a nice infotainment system. The stereo in it is absolutely killer. Again, 107,178 miles. It's got ice cold air conditioning, nice hot heat. It has the sport mode here, which is pretty cool, and it rides and drives. I'm extremely impressed with this vehicle personally. Oh, before we go, there is a little scuff on the dash right here, like a scratch there and there. This is like a leatherette stitch dashboard, and they must have had like a, I don't know, maybe a phone thing or something. I don't know. It's a little scuff scratch there. But this, such a wonderful blend between luxury and sport. It's a very, very tight, you know, sports car oriented feel, but it isolates you from the road. I mean, I would say it's all that a CR-V is, but with a little bit more sport and no less, you know, no less smoothness, possibly even more smoothness. As a Toyota guy, I could say it's quite a bit nicer than a RAV4. You know, with its tech, with its handling, the interior fit and finish. Very, very nice car. It's plenty powerful. It has the larger of the 4-cylinder engines. It's 2.5 liters instead of 2 liters, which is nice. Still gets great gas mileage. That's one of the things this vehicle was praised about when it came out, was the phenomenal gas mileage that it gets. And it is all-wheel drive, so, you know, it's going to be great in the winter, which is the majority of our year here, unfortunately. But as you see, it effortlessly gets up to highway speeds. I'm going 55 miles per hour now. That rattling is my license plate. I apologize for that. I moved it. So we're going 60. I'm going to take my hands off the wheel. As you see, the car drives perfectly straight. As we enter a curve here, we'll go around the next one. Drives perfectly straight with my hand off the wheel. The brakes in it, which we'll wait till we're through the curve. Going about 62 miles per hour here. I'll take my hand off the wheel and hit the brakes. As you see, stops perfectly straight, doesn't pull or anything like that. Nice and smooth. Again, great acceleration, great gas mileage. It's a wonderful car. So if you've seen enough and you want to buy it, you're more than welcome to do so through the website, www.pellacars.com. But of course, we'd love to do it the traditional way, set up an appointment to have you come in and test drive, meet you, and answer all your questions that way. You can set up the appointment also through the website, www.pellacars.com, or just call me, Drew, directly at 585-771-0111. Thanks.